Hi there, I am new to YouTube and my name is Ren. No need for a long introduction. In my first video I am going to do a K-pop bias versus least favorite member in a group video inspired by YouTuber Mogu Mochi. Warning, these are just my opinions. And I do not hate the members who I rank as my least favorites. These are all from groups I stan or like. Let's get into it. In Twice, my bias is Nayeon. She is the center and practically the reason I stand Twice. Before I got into Twice I was kind of an anti because of 16. But I watched a TT stage and Nayeon's center ability gripped me and made me start to stan. I think she fits several concepts and is a well-rounded idol. She can sing, dance and has so much charisma, and that's why she's my bias. My least favorite Twice member is Momo. I think she's an amazing dancer and performer, but I just don't relate to her personality as much as the other girls. I still love her and she is one of my favorite K-pop performers. I got into Promise 9 during their Love Bomb era and I fell in love. I later watched Idol School and fell deeper in love with the girls. Though Jiwon wasn't my first or second bias, she became my bias and it hasn't changed in months. She is an amazing vocalist who deserves so much. She is also really funny and pretty. And in my opinion 16 did her dirty cause she's super talented. I love all the Promise girls because I got to see several sides of them on Idol School. Jisoo was my bias before I watched the show. But after the show I switched up my list so much that she ranked lowest. I still love her and think she deserves more center time. I first got into BTS after being introduced to them by Nicki Minaj with Idol. Best K-pop collab in my opinion. However, I was hesitant to stan because most of the fandom I've personally seen is hateful and dislikes women. However, RM had something that kept me watching and he is so talented at so many music stuff. I love him for it. So I decided to stan BTS even if they have a lot of horrible fans, and it is thanks to RM. I like all the members of BTS. J-Hope however just doesn't stand out to me as much as the other members do. And I also do not relate with him. And that's why I ranked him lowest. I decided to include these queens because they are one of my favorite groups ever. Somi stood out to me first when I watched the Bang Bang performance on Produce 101. I had already disbanded as a group, but that performance made me want to watch the show. And when I did, I stand her even more, and just like Jiwon, in my opinion she deserved better on 16. She was only 15 when she was the center of IOI, but she was able to keep up with her older members. She showed her diverse talent in singing and dancing. Also, her charisma is out of this world, and when she performs I can't stop looking at her. She's also really funny and every variety show she's been on has had me rolling on the floor. She gets so much hate and it makes me really sad, but Somi in my opinion is one in a million. Just like Promise. Because IOI was formed on a show, it's hard to pick a least favorite member. But in the end I picked Nayeon because while I think she was an amazing leader for IOI, I didn't find her very captivating. Jennie was the first member of Blackpink that caught my eye because of her insane visuals and unique rap skill. Her rap didn't feel like every K-pop rap I'd heard before, and it made her stand out to me. I love her on stage charisma and energy. Even though there have been performances where she has let me and other fans down, I do not think it was intentional but just a byproduct of her condition and stress. I think her personality is so cute and nice. And all of Blackpink is for sure lovely and likable. I love Rosé. But if I had to pick a least favorite member today, I'd pick her. Tomorrow it might be Lisa or Jisoo. Or even Jennie, because I love all the girls and they are all talented, beautiful and wonderful people. This was Hard to choose, but I had to because I am now a YouTuber, ha ha. Luna was the first K-pop group I ever got into. Thanks to the Stan Luna Twitter movement and also the amazing solo song Eclipse, which Kim lip served so hard in. It is such a good song and hence I couldn't help but get whipped for her. She's amazing at everything and everyone should stan Luna. JK. Not JK. I love all of Luna, but Vivi just never gave me the biggest impression, and that's why she's my least favorite member. So my ITZY bias is kinda biased because me and Leah have the same birthday, same year and everything, and that's what first interested me about her. Second was her stunning visuals that look very SM to me, so I wasn't surprised that she had some history with SM. I love her voice and it isn't appreciated enough. If you look through YouTube you'll find a video that shows how good her vocals are, and I can't wait for JYP to use them properly. I think she's a great performer. Even though she's in a group full of main/lead dancers, she still holds her own and people don't give her enough credit. Her ability to switch from UWoo to an icy visual, yes pun intended, is another thing I like about her. Her performances are never dull for me to watch because I never know what amazing face she's gonna serve. She's also really funny and sweet, and all her variety show appearances have made me stan her more. Yuna is a doll and I love her so much. I am always in a trance when she performs and whenever she shows us her perfect smile. I think she's extremely beautiful and uber talented, especially at a young age. The only reason I picked her as my least favorite member is because she's really bubbly on stage and that kind of isn't my thing. She is a very girl next door visual and she performs that way, which is some people's cup of tea, but it isn't really mine. Her smiling also seems forced sometimes, which makes me feel uncomfortable. I still love her very much and think she's a very JYP artist. My red velvet bias is Irene. To me she's the best leader I've seen in K-pop and she's always taking care of her members. I personally think Irene is the prettiest K-pop idol I've ever seen. But beauty is obviously subjective. Her cool expressions during eras like Peekaboo give me life and I could watch her mesmerizing stare for hours. I do think she could improve in several areas, but every comeback she shows her versatility and I love her for it. She's also very hard working. For example, on one show she said her goal this year was to do more this year than she did last, which just shows that she's always wanting to better herself and give her fans different sides of her. Stream Zimzalabim and the only girlies. Red Velvet are my alt biases, and I already tortured myself finding a least favorite member for all the other groups I adore, so I didn't do one for them because I absolutely couldn't. That marks the end of my YouTube debut video. I want to say again that I do not hate any of the idols on this list and I do love all of them and their groups. I did this to share my opinions. That being said, thanks for coming along the journey that is my first YouTube video. Hope you liked it. Ren out.